A team of researchers has been simulating life on the moon to understand the impact of isolation, quarantine and restrictions. Now, these researchers spent 2 weeks in isolation at a research base in Poland to study how it affected their health. Researchers hope the test will help them understand the impact of pandemic-induced restrictions among the people. Here's a report. A space crew returns to Earth, but they never left the ground. These 5 members have been on a mock mission to the moon. They spent 2 weeks cut off from the world at a simulated space base in Poland to test the impact of isolation on the human psyche.
This isolation campaign, or analog isolation campaign, is based, or it's focused on pandemic. But when it comes to psychological aspects, we cannot make a clear cut here. We are assessing our crew psychologically as they were living and working on the moon.
The research will help with understanding the effects of current COVID-19 quarantines on ordinary people as they adapt mentally and physically to restrictions across the globe.
So all those psychology of the group or studies or isolation studies when it comes to psychology is focused on the moon. But neurological changes of being in the close quarters and on the very small area without windows, it's very close to what we experience as people during the pandemic, quarantine or lockdowns. So this is what we have in mind when we tell this is a pandemic isolation.
The researchers were locked inside Europe's unique Lunares research base in Pila, western Poland, a specialized facility for simulating crewed space missions on the moon and Mars. It is totally isolated from the outside world. Includes modules for daily activities, a lab and 250 square meters of space for walks on a simulated planetary surface.
Participation in the mission gave us the possibility to check on ourselves and also measure the impact of isolation, which every person during coronavirus pandemic had to at some point go through. So we have the access now to our personal experience and experiments conducted in a way of brain scans and saliva checks and also a lot psychological assessment, how the isolation is impacting our brain, our function, our physical condition and obviously our mental health.
The base allows for the constant monitoring of the inhabitants' health and behavior, and the crew found life behind firmly closed doors a challenge.
Boredom could be an issue, but that's why the schedule is a key to overcome it. Yes. So if you are isolated, if you are if you are suffering from quarantine, make a schedule, and if you put in that schedule things that you have to do and time for yourself, your free time, please plan it exactly as you done it when you were isolated.
The mission ended on the 30th of January, but the results of their experiments have not been released yet. The research was conducted under the guidance of the Polish Ministry of Health and Silesian University of Technology. Bureau Report, WION World is One. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.